we return a final time to Avalon, a short radio play in 3 parts. Part 3, The Lady in the Lake.
Arthur, it is you. Have you no words of affection? Are we not friends? Why do you lie in this boat in such sweet repose? Our Excalibur still within your grasp. Oh, what has happened to your head? Oh, they must think you dead. If they had steered you toward Avalon, your heart beats, too soft for human ears. One beat in your world, one beat in mine. What will your heart decide? Should I heal you, or have I fruitlessly intruded enough in your race's affairs? You are worthy of this fine blade, Azul, and all it promised. Yet here you are, wounded by war, all promise lost. More of the same, you are being spied upon. That man on the embankment, I have seen him before when I would take up disguises and walk among you. You have a word for his sort. Highwayman. Oh, yes. The gleam of Excalibur's gold is too much for him to resist. He swims toward us with such furious intent. One as unworthy as he should know better than to try and lift the sword. Alas, he does not. Oh, into the drink! He clenches the hilt with such fraught fists, the sword is pulling him to bed. Let go and breathe. Let go and breathe. He will not. What a curious light to fly into! Should I save him, Arthur? If he does not perish at this foolish quest, he no doubt will at another. Is he worth saving? He was given the gift of life once, and used it to hurt others. If he was granted it again, what guarantee do I have that he wouldn't do the same? Oh, gosh. Oh, bother all. I do hate to see any creature struggle. That's why I born the stag of hunters. I shall reveal my hand and reclaim our swords. Oh, that gave him a good fright. Although I think he swallowed more water than if I'd merely let him drown. He's heaving on the bank, willing to die for a sword and all that would undertake. Your race of fools. Captivating pieces, though. When your kind first built bridges over our waterways, we would knock them down in fury. Finally, we were offered tributes as though we were among the great gods. Oh, the very notion amused us. We let them have their bridges. More often than not, your toll keepers would offer swords into the water as payment. The first time I saw one, I was fascinated. What a fine instrument, I thought. What was its purpose? Intrigued by desperate curiosity, I veiled myself as rain and slowly rolled over the countryside until I happened upon 2 of your tribes clanging their swords. What odd music! What a fevered game! Men howled in agony. Life force spurted from quivering lips. It was evident what the instrument divined. And by so many means. The weight crushing down, cracking bone, disfiguring organs. The sharp point and finely hewn edges slicing through the fragile stuff of bitter winter wind stealing leaves. Some of your race deviously bathed their blades in filth to ensure that if the blow was not fatal, the oncoming infection would be. The more I spied throughout the years, it was obvious your kind reveled in this act. Why else would you have so many words for this conflict? Isn't that such like love? To bestow multiple names on things we cherish? To adore a thing so much, one name simply is not enough. Conflict, battle, combat, war, conquest. Oh, the rapture you people feel for blood sport! Only a single word for peace. And then it's so rarely used. Your engagements are different than the ants attacking the termites or the pack hunting the prey. For those beasts, it's simple survival. For you beasts, you simply call it that. You fight over nothings. You give splendiferous names. Our kinds share a kinship, don't we? The spirit and the flesh. Did I invent you or did you invent me? I don't know. You fleshy things do all the moody pondering. Still, it disturbed me to see so much life wasted. It seemed many were dying for the will of a few. But nature is balance. This was unnatural. If your race was so far removed from it, then perhaps nature herself should intervene. This land is my home too, after all. Your repeating ages of conflicts and tensions were cycles, yes, but no kind of balance. I would ordain your single-named peace. What better symbol to imbue with the magics than one you most understand? One representative of all the things your race does cherish: steel, gold, and power. Every fae knows only dwarves could forge such a sword, for they are the finest craftsmen in all the lands. Able to bend spell with steel, it was dwarves who crafted Molinar dwarves who crafted Graham. I searched all the hollows of this island until I found the last of the old invaders' dwarves. I begged them my request, but the miserly creatures demanded payment. I requested again. Still they refused. They scribbled out their demands: rich foods and soft pelts and unspeakable pleasures from their neighboring pans. Instead, I told them, I will make you a ship of water and wind and return you to your frigid northern home. They wept. This was the pleasure they most desired but never thought they could attain. They labored for 100 years to make Excalibur, the sword that would bring peace. I commanded them to leave it in the forging stone and deliver it under nightfall to a well-tread place. I blessed it with a final incantation. Only a being possessing a good and worthy heart could remove it, and only one of great inner strength could wield it. The moss proved good and worthy, until you, Arthur Pendragon. So why do I see both of you again under these circumstances? You brought them peace, did you not? How many more magics does it take to maintain it? Should peace not be the work of men? Listen to me, pondering like a fleshy. Perhaps I've been too in tune with your kind struggles, too wrapped up in all your great nothings. I have traded the views of cliff and stream and dale for politics, blood, and ambition, unspeakable majesty for verbose nil. Perhaps I shall join you in Avalon, Azul, and we can share a rest together. Perhaps I shall stay there, far from the raging noise of your mad race. If I heal you, you'll just return to it, captaining your funeral ship into the great pitch of whatever their latest battle was. If your heart chooses to join us, spirits, why, you'd probably rush back there all the same, regardless of form. Let us rest then. I'll not interfere. Your heart will choose his own direction. There, I see her, peeking up through the horizon. Splendid Avalon! Oh, a fine place for a spirit to rest with the only man she has ever called a friend.
Thus concludes our original radio play, Avalon.